and I am live. The music is playing on my side. Oh, I don't know where this is. Just checking everything. I had to, of course. As a pro streamer, I had of course the problem that my laptop, when I have been painting all day. Oh, my microphone. My microphone is on. Oh, of course. Yes, it is. There it is. I don't know why my tablet always starts with the sound off, but whatever. I didn't say go back. Good. A little bit later. Oh, 2 whole minutes late. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There, my whole stream falls apart for me. Welcome. Finally finished Friday. Been quite a week, but I'm glad that I can stream. I'm glad I am here. Glad to see you here. And I have been painting almost all day, mainly making repairs on this little thingy, the ropes of Nagash. Well, by now you probably know that I mean this little guy. Yeah, a little bit hectic because some days you do drop stuff and it falls exactly in the wrong place. So this completely broke off together with all its swirls and bells and whatever. I tried already to glue them on, but then I thought I'm already taking the whole thing apart and have to glue on later and probably paint a few things later. So let's keep these ones off, paint them separately. Maybe a little bit better. And then I just, when I started the stream, or at least my 5 minutes before screen, I saw, hey, I am dropping frames, 25%, oh, 30%, oh, right. I have a almost new laptop, quite a fast one, but if it has been running all day, it's just like me on a normal day. His head is getting full, probably. So I forgot before the stream, restart my laptop. I did, and I have no problem, but that was why I am 2 minutes late. And for people who do not know me, that is a big no-no for me. I have something in here like it's better to be half an hour early than 2 seconds late. But my head sometimes. Good. Painting. I am painting Nagash. It's a lot of parts and everything. I had hoped to finish it tomorrow. I'm not going to make that because of all of the repairs and everything, so sorry. But then hey, tomorrow is my Halloween stream. Let's just have some fun, and I'll finish it in November. Well, I can still paint Sunday and Monday, as that is still October, sorry, Scaretober. But yeah, it's not on stream, so I guess I will keep its head, and I will use next Friday probably to finish it, if I get that far, because I also have to start working again. Yes, this is my officially this was my last day of now I have to, what was it called again, sick leave. Not that that is a bad thing, of course. To be honest, I've been home for 6 whole weeks, and that sounds really great. But 5 of those weeks I haven't done anything because I had pains. So that's the downside, and my biological clock is go online. There is Carol is streaming, News is Touch, and we are all going to paint this little mini. It's the ghoulie back mini we got. Where did I leave the card? There is the card. She is called, let's see, the Cynthia the Wicked. So that was the mini that we got in the ghoulie bag from Reaper. We are going to paint it online just before I start streaming. And anyway, I had to prime her, because that is what I do. Even if I paint minis that I'm sure of that I will not handle a lot, I'm still in heart a tabletop wargamer, and to make sure the paint is sticking good to the mini, I prime them, but only I still had my airbrush out, so that was not a big problem. But yeah, to use my airbrush for priming, I use the Vallejo acrylic, these nice acrylic primers, and this acrylic polyurethane. It's a kind of a resin, which makes it really good. A good primer. It sticks really good to the model, and it sticks, and the paint can really adhere really great to it. The only problem is it also gets thick, very quickly. It does need, if you officially you need to leave it after priming quite some hours. It's not fast drying. Only in the airbrush it's yeah, it really sticks to the airbrush. So I decided just for one mini and then have to clean the whole airbrush again. I need some more minis to prime. Most of my minis are already primed. I didn't want to go look in every corner where I had unprimed minis, so I took out some other. Well, I did have some minis. My deflate ones, they were ready, so I could prime them, but still not enough. It's only 15 models. So I decided I had worm gear. It's a clockwork dragon. So I put that one together. Of course, that took also necessary time. Then I thought I need to make a base for it. Meanwhile, I also remembered that I have 3 sets of Harrogate graveyard sets. 2 of them were already primed. 1 was still not primed. So I decided to get out that 3rd set, clean it up, and also get that one primed. And I have my whole desk full, can prime. Good, no problem. After priming, yeah, well, especially the I'm going to get it. One moment. Right back. Oops. Let's just get it. It's worm gear, the clockwork dragon. It is this little mini, really great, and then it has also some really great mechanical wings, of course. And yes, this model is copper, a nice Vallejo copper color, and this is not silver. It's not titanium. It's this was also used always on very old chrome. Nice chrome, but only to make it all chrome. No, so I made a little bit of an accent with accent. whatever you want to call it, with some red. These are all those spines, and all the other mechanical parts, they are going to be coppered again. And oh, Chewy MP! Sorry, I was so busy talking. I did not. I did not even watch my chat. Oh my God! You will be starting my true scary boy today for October. Loved seeing your work on Insta. Bless. I just replaced my monument copper with AK copper. Okay. So you're a true scary boy today for October, and that scary boy is and I'm glad you like my my stuff on Instagram. It's to be honest, Twitter and Instagram are the only two things that I really I make a link from Instagram and Facebook, I believe, automatically, but to be honest, Facebook, no. A big no for me, but if I can make that switch. Oh, let's see. Oh, I did not have. Sorry, I cannot show it on the stream. Oh! Uh-oh. What the? The Comet Lord Emissary. Wow. That looks quite big. Spluggeroth from Lovecraft and Rifts. Ooh. Okay, now I have to oh wait, I'm not sure, but I guess I can show it. Now I only have to go back to my other I am back. Am I back? Am I back? Yes, I am back. Good. So yeah, that's oh, now I lost chat over there, so I will have to see what it's basically Spluggerlord. I got the SGL from Comet Lord Miniatures. You were muted in the other. Yeah, I was already. I had to go to another set of yeah. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, but I really like monsters, especially with tentacles. So that looks like a really great monster. And also Cthulhu. Yeah, it's. I never read the Lovecraftian stories to be honest, but I have of the very great old one. Yeah, well, I have heard of it, but I have Call of Cthulhu, the role-playing game, the starter set. I still have to dig into that one. But yeah, right now it's it looks awesome, great. Now I am one moment. Come on, I did follow you. Yeah, I am following you. Good. Huh, good. Anyway, yeah, well, no, that's nice. I love to see it all painted up. And oh man, and I hope it goes a little bit better than with my Nagash, because I really had that was what I was talking about. A lot of stuff doing at the same time, and I wanted to make a nice base for this little one, a clockwork dragon, and I used a nice earth texture for the base, and I dropped the pot on my Nagash, and that's why I have to do a little bit of a repair on him, just a little bit. Yeah, it will take you a few weeks to paint. As I doing things, I will do it in yeah, well, oh yeah, I hate being clumsy. Oh yeah, that's that it struck me in two ways. Point one, I am at that moment, yeah, you can say mad at my clumsiness, but I'm also not in the mood of painting or doing anything about it. So it took me off 2 days. I didn't do a lot over here. I cleaned up my hobby room and everything, but painting and stuff. So I decided yesterday to start painting, repairing it, so gluing it together. But I still need to glue these ones on. But I decided, yeah, it's already in pieces. It's better maybe to paint them separately. But it yeah, it took me 2 days to get started again. Damn! It only means that I will not finish him tomorrow. I was trying to get it so far that I only had to paint his head and his sword or his book. But yeah, now I decided to. This is the little book. Still the cover and the back I have to do. And well, his face I will leave for last, but it will be probably next Friday before I even can think of stopping it. I have some minis. I am not looking forward to moving to a new place. Okay. Yeah, the books. Yeah, that's the one thing that I have been painting the last few. Let's see if we can get it nice and. Oh, where is the focus? No, not out of focus. There it is. Hey, John the Templar. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome. Yeah, it's coming around quite nicely. Yes, I have enough other books to paint. I mean, there are much more, but I'm trying out some things. And yeah, I started with this one because the Ghost is coming out. The Gush has so many fiddly bits that can break it. Yeah, yeah, that's the whole problem with it. It's the pot literally dropped on top of the whole stand, and it's quite weak. But yeah, it happens. I'm over it, so I go on. That's the only thing we can do. But yeah, just I did paint some other stuff, by the way. Maybe you probably saw these ones also, my brush holders. There he is. And I'm of course using them. So yeah, that's enough about bad luck. Cheers. I don't know. I guess I'm still, when I'm streaming, I'm a bit nervous. That's why I drink still too much coffee. But this is this second book and let's see. The nice thing about these books is that all the edges, they are made out of bone. Yay! So yeah, we will have to make them or color them a little bit accordingly. Oh. Thank you very much, John. Oh wow! Yay! Oh, that's you're the second one that yeah, I'm also very happy that the sound effects finally work after more than a year just trying them and everything, but thank you very much. And oh, Chimpy, I have a Marathi mini that I do not want to touch because it feels, oh, that kind of minis. Yeah. That's oh, Twitch shows me also that you are my 5th sub from the 10. I don't know what, or 10 is probably one of the new goals I can achieve. And oh damn, oh, it just remembers me that I still have to paint a mini for one of my subs. So if you are subbed for 1 year, then I am going to paint a Reaper mini for you. And I will not only paint it, send it to you, of course. So yeah, if you 11 months to go, but that's all up to you. And I don't know, are you going to do something about Halloween? I do know it's officially Sunday evening, I believe. Sorry, Monday evening. Because yeah, it is that month. Oh, I still very much am close up, I see. And just so you know what I am going to all the money for my subs I am going to save up, and I'm going to buy myself a monitor here for on my desk. Not that they are that expensive, but they still cost money. So I don't have to use my tablet every time, and it's also a little bit easier. Because my laptop is all the way over there. That's 3 feet, yeah, about 3-4 feet away. Julian, I printed a vampire lord really short, but I am painting him up for Halloween. Okay. Ah, and you have a second one at the proper height. Okay. Yeah, this is the time of the year to do all that kind of stuff. I still have my, I believe the first Halloween that I had planned on stream, I had a whole bunch of all kinds of pumpkin monsters. And they are still standing very nicely there in the corner over there. I still am not really good at finishing stuff. Somehow I always halfway a paint job I normally get very distracted by oh, that's another very interesting mini. But yeah, oh no, vampires are really great. I did print in one of the last minis I printed last month also a vampire mini from Loot Studios. I printed it 2 times. One time for myself and one time for my DM. And so I don't know if that is good news or bad news. But well, he wanted it on a 32mm scale, and I printed it on 75mm scale. This was a free one from Flesh of Gods. That's on Flesh of Gods. Now I am. Why are you? Come on, yeah, I know I am very secure. Let's see if I can. This is the one. No, this is not the one. But it is from Flesh of Gods. No, I cannot find it that quickly. Oh, wait one moment. Oh, I'm just Googling it. But I do not get the free one. And it's all going to my mini factory. So, and I see at least that Flesh of Gods does. And I do not always like this. Ah, yeah, well. No, cannot find it that quickly. But yeah, oh no, vampires are, by the way, one of those things I in my starting days with my tabletop wargaming, I did start with Warhammer Fantasy, and I played the undead. So all kinds of vampires and everything have always. Well, I'm always quite interested in. Ah, thank you. Oh. That link, it says it does not work. Nope. Ah, that's probably why it doesn't work. hand. I can do it another way. I don't need the whole. I take all that away. Yeah, oh, Google does give a lot of no, it's at least the ancient vampire, but I get a lot of them. And then I of course have to flesh of gods. Flesh of no, I do get I still do get one. It's Nozzle, the entire vampire, and eternal vampire, but anywho, it's from the Kickstarter. Okay. As I said, most vampire models cannot really do any. Yeah, no problem. After the stream, I will go search a little bit further. Yeah, I know, understand. No problem. But I do get a lot of searches, but to look on stream about to just go look all of them is a little bit time consuming, and I have to show you all some painting. At least that is I believe a little bit my task over here. I do indeed like this little bit of flesh tone. Is, by the way, I used the basic brown for the bones, and then added a little bit of olive skin, and later, what is it? It's this very bright orcish dermis scale color, just to give it a little bit more that fleshy look. Now I am thinking, I see all those skulls, that's no problem. I will make them in a nice bone color. But to just make everything in bone color, I think that I will make these in gold. Then you have a little bit of different. Let's see, gold, 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 and then of course we use old gold. And yeah. Wow, that is bright. Oh, the white background, you mean? That's yeah, I'm still working on it. I want to use a background that has one color, but white is probably not the best way. It's good for showing stuff, But when I take my hand away, then it's a little bit too bright. So, sorry. It's mainly because I want, yeah, myself, if I see too much stuff on behind what is being painted, I always get distracted. And I know that it is not always the case for everybody, but yeah, at least one even background is, I guess, better than all the stuff that I have behind, or at least on my painting table. At least a little bit less distracting. Was a nice idea. I only didn't count on the fact that the background is almost the same color. Right. So I have to make the background even brighter. Or I have to use silver instead. It's maybe better. So let's get that dried. And then start painting. What else have we here? That is already also dry. The sword. I've been doing the stitches on this side, and now I am going to use, let's see, yeah, I want to give these little thingies a little bit of a glow effect. Or better said, I want to give it a more burning glowing effect. So I am going to use a little bit of a very bright yellow, meaning lemon yellow from MSP. The challenge in this case, get it in there, but still leaving a little bit of the red. In there. Of course, I'm using thin paint, so it should be that look a little bit like glowing. Let's go a little bit closer. Not bad. This is also a little idea I got from my clockwork dragon. This is one of the things that I want to do with that model too. At certain points, give it just a little bit, that little glowy effect here and there. And I also got the other thing. Maybe white is not the best that is less bright. Even fits a little bit the color of the background. And you can still see what I am doing. So this kind of gem is also used in on that book that I was painting. Over here. It's still wet. Let's go to the second book. Skin color a little bit lighter. Very pink looking skin color, a little bit of ochre yellow or an ochre color, so it gets a little bit brighter. It's too thick. It needs to be a little bit thinner than that, not on the bones. As they are old books, it's no problem. It is not a complete total cover at once. It stains a little bit, adds to the book, the look of the book. Of course not supposed to be too much of just a bunch of stains on the book. It is still fat. A little bit of white in there. Just a little bit. I am a bit pondering. I don't see any text popping up that normally should happen. Probably because Streamlabs did at least I guess an update, and then my timers are off again. Let's see if we now for these skulls going to use the right colors into the dark brown. Yellow highlights. Of course, I want to make them a little bit. Oops, I'm completely off screen. All these these skulls metal is also not what I had in mind, but also make them all bony is also not, and yeah, I don't know. It's taking a little bit away, a little bit of variation is, especially because these do look more like skulls than what on the other book. Even though these both are emblems. Those really big skulls over here. We can make love like an act of God. I just match my words to my actions. Magic in my life's everlasting. To be honest, not much more than just some erased parts, but then with a few holes in it. I am very afraid that we will not even see this one, this part, because it's, we will see. The strap, I will probably make a dark red. Or a very bright, a little brighter purple. Live streaming. There's a lot of fiddly bits to paint. So I have to hold my breath a little bit. The next step is white. Add a little bit of white to the this combination. Before I do that, let's start painting these. The right yellow color over here. That's it. I really don't mind those small parts. It's nice and challenging. Do take quite some time, especially I could go for a dry brush, but hey, hello David, welcome, and detailed, yeah, but hey, it's the great Nagash, those kind of those little models need a little bit of detail. And how is David doing? Drying on my brush right now. Those parts need a little bit thicker paint. Ridges. In a straight line right now. reasons that I'm a little bit behind with painting of Nagash. Of course, for my stream tomorrow, it's my Halloween stream. And not everything for my costume is already in. Damn. So I had to. Well, if I'm lucky, the last few things will come in tomorrow. At least that is what post office says. Yeah, sometimes it goes a little bit different than what they say. So I'm not really counting on it. But it also meant that I had to. I was preparing the stream for tomorrow. I'm going to have a little bit of different background. A little bit more costume, yeah, for Halloween. I've been playing LARP for more than 10 years, so yeah, the whole cosplay thing is that it's something I had never known about it, but well, LARPing is a little bit the same. So yeah, I'm going to sit here tomorrow dressed up. And try to paint. As I, as always, made a little mistake. But if you want to know what that mistake was, you have to tune in tomorrow. And I know officially it is Halloween isn't until Monday, but yeah, I'm not streaming on Monday, especially because I have to start working again on Tuesday for the first time in the 6th week. I'm finally healthy enough to start working for just a few hours a day to get everything going again. So I have decided to make tomorrow my Halloween stream. So, almost forgot these ribs. Oh no, I forgot the ribs. Good, it's not a barbecue. Wait till it is dry. Next layer and reshadowing these. Maybe it's still wet. No, it's already. Oh, and I almost forget that is a third skull. Of course. And for those who are interested, tomorrow we have another mini painting double feature with Carol. That she starts at our local time 6:30, which is I believe 12:30 Eastern time. in America. And we are going to paint this little mini all together on stream. At least she does on stream. We have a paint along. Get one dry. Yes, I'm switching from one thing to another. And gold is almost the same color as the cover, so that's not what we are going to do. Let's try silver. Because I do not want to. This is the, yeah, it is. They look like skulls, but it's more like a metal plate that they are connected to pumpkin spice. Okay. Yeah, that is. It is that time of year. Ready? Oh, okay, there goes the ice. These things are really small. Damn. That one goes a little bit better. Yeah, I still have a lot of printed pumpkin monsters over there. Still need to 2 years old, I believe. Still need to be painted. Oh, now I really have to. Where is the eye socket? Over there somewhere and over there somewhere. Okay. This one I am going to use. Try out at least. I started at least with shadowed steel. It's a darker silvery color. See how the I want to give them a little bit of a metal feeling. I like this better than the gold, and it's a completely different color. The gold was a little bit too much the same color as the cover. To highlight it more with a nice bright silver color. There we go. Oh, its teeth. Silver is for highlights, but it's for later on. Yellowish brown. I totally forget I have all those little, all the edges are also bones. Oh, I have to paint his staff also with the same colors. I know that I am going to do not much more than just paint this weekend. I still want to try to get Nagash finished as soon as possible. Not, by the way, not even. I should make a button that counts how often I say by the way. I start to notice it and get a little bit bored by it. But good. I must say this is really a paint job since I started it. It amazes me that I really like it. Why did I wait so many years? I have this mini already 5 years in my house and always, oh no, I'm so afraid to paint it. Thinking about what other mini I am afraid to. Oh, I already know. Oh, great. One of those things I know I have a Zenitha model. I have been searching for it for quite some time, half a year about. I guess I know I have it, but I cannot find it. It's not over. It's been always over there. And of course, now I am cleaning up my room. Yes, I did find it over there. I guess that's also a mini that I have something like. I really want to do something with that, but I think I will make that one my new community challenge on Twitch for the fallen hairs. Maybe a good idea, I hope. Yep, am I even on screen? Yes, I still am. Now I only have to find out how many points it will going to cost the community. For getting me to paint that model. I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light. The walls I built for myself right in my mind. And while I'm saying that, I also remember that I still have to finish another beholder. Pink and blue one. To be honest, I have been stalling a little bit. There's a really great mini. Only the color scheme is not my choice. That's always a problem when you accept a commission. If they choose a color combination that you absolutely do not like, but you have already accepted it to do it for them, yeah, then Okay. That's 101. Ding oven, time for pizza. Catch you next. Hey, enjoy your pizza. And thank you for popping by. Thank you very much, my good. And really great to see that all my... I still do not know why those alerts started working at a sudden. Still not know what button I pressed. Or did not press, I don't know. The last few times I did manually reset my alert boxes. I thought that it was dead. But because I restarted my laptop. I had to restart my laptop. I did forget, but they do work now. Yay. Bones, 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 a lot of bones. Well, that's if you're painting the Supreme Lord of the Undead, it's quite possible you have to paint some bones. I'm not sure, but I do have the idea that my camera is a little bit out of focus. Yeah, there it's also closer by. So I will have to reset that one. Yeah, a little bit farther away. The reason I don't put it on autofocus is very simple. Because, yeah, then you always have to do like, I am going to show you this. And then you have to try to get it into focus. Don't like that. But I have the other book with all the bones. I did do the skulls, but not the bones on the side. To be honest, I should be painting maybe even some other stuff that Nagash has. Oh, the rope maybe. Because this is in fact really stuff that I should paint with my magnifying glasses on. Especially those small pieces on the back. Why don't you put the magnifying glasses on screen? I don't like it on screen. And every time I am going to look over there, I also will need to use the light, and then the light is flashing the camera. I don't like that. That's why I'm not using those magnifying glasses on camera. Also, the big problem with when you're painting with those magnifying glasses, your paint job always looks more terrible than it really is, because you are really seeing every patch of paint, every blob of paint, and when you take the magnifying glasses off, oh, that's not even so terrible. Just like always when you make when you see a model like that, oh, looks really great. Let's make a nice close-up. Okay, yeah, now I can see where I have put all those blobs of paint on the model. But yeah. Brush for a moment. I did overload my brush. Paint in the ferrule, almost in the ferrule. Not very good. I have enough brushes of those with all the hairs going every way you don't want to. I don't know if you noticed that, but I am always looking through the bottom of my glasses. I officially, with these are reading glasses, I should be able to just do like this. Because in normal life I wear multifocal glasses, so I have the reading part on the underside of the glasses. And I just saw myself doing that, and I don't need to do that. Just shove the glasses up your nose a little bit further. Details, details, details. It's all in the details. And the more I paint, the more details I see. So now realize I have how many books more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books to go. And they have all the same edges. Yay! Oh no, yeah, oh, this one also, that one also. Oh, this is by the way a really cool one. It's held literally by two skeleton hands. Nice. Okay. I guess I will not be able to finish this one in November also. There's that nice gem also in the... To make that ribbon a different brighter color. Oh well, I want to make it a dark red, but even the dark red is allowed to be nice and bright. So let's also start with coloring this one white already. Get a nice bright red when we are going to paint it. Oh no. I was a little bit afraid that I have discovered a new skull, but no, it's just the belt buckle. Which makes it, if it is a belt, this should be more brown, leather brown than red. But too bad, I have already decided it is going to be a dark red. The red leather does exist. Get something that does not belong there. A little bit of fuzz of some kind. What are you doing on my model? Yes. Did we have all sides? Not as bright as I want it to be. More of the open yellow. Brighter on all sides, but not as bright as I want them to be. And of course I will be adding some white, or better said broken white, and off-white to this mixture. I'm going to take my time for all these details. Now I know that I will not be finishing him tomorrow. Well, maybe if I am going to work on him for all of this tomorrow all day, at least he will be here. Using a Dutch way of saying something in English, and it does not completely it makes complete English nonsense. It will be at least, I wanted to say it is nearer completion than completed. Completion, complete. It's nearer being finished than it is now, if that makes sense. I hope, and if not, good. I am going to take a little break. This is my cold coffee. I cleaned my desk yesterday. Then I go for my second. It does make sense. Thank you. Phew. I know I am quite good in English, but sometimes, and by the way, I have the same problem in Dutch. I'm trying to make my sentences too difficult, and when I start them, I have no idea by the end what I was saying or which way I was going. That's, oh, by the way, what I want to show you also, let's zoom out a little bit, the little base of Nagash. It's almost finished. I did, the little ghost is painted and highlighted, and leaves a little bit of a purple glow on the rock, and the big magical bulb in the where my Nagash is going to stand above is coming out of the ground. At least that is a little bit the thought behind it. Why? Yeah, I had that thing lying around. I did paint some painted. It was completely transparent. Use some Tesseract glow on the bottom, and I liked the glow really nice. I had thought about using a LSD lamp. Oh, do we have LSD lamps? Oh man, LSD lamps. Yeah, LED. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. It's, yeah, it looks quite natural. That's what I well, except the ghosts and the hands coming out of the ground, of course. But you do understand what I mean. And I need a little bit stronger. Where is my bottle? Over there. I am need a little bit stronger, something a little bit stronger than my coffee. Thank you very much. I just before I started, and cheers. Oh yeah. I have taken out one of the sound alerts, because I want for this one I want a sound alert, and just before the stream I started looking for it, and then I realized I don't have enough time to replace it, so I hope next time, so tomorrow I hope to have take a shot, but then with sound effects. I did find the site where I can get those sound effects and put them into Twitch. As if I say take a shot, I did get about 100 hits, so there is choice enough. The one that I did like and is also certainly copyright free has not enough volume. It's really low volume. I barely hear it. All the ones that have enough volume are probably from a song, and so are quite probably getting me into trouble with the copyrights, at least on YouTube. So yeah, I need to research a little bit more. Am I going to do? No, I'm not going to do the silver. I am going to mix a little bit of white within the bone. Then it is better. Because I put this color all the way down on my wet palette. Hey, that was a piece of my nice shiny head. And there's not much room left for adding the white. Off-white, okay, white sands. Let's start with the sword. That's also one of the things I always forget. Instead of just immediately putting the color on the model, I should try out on my hand, for example, or another piece. If the paint has the right thickness, but I always forget that I had a time that I did that. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I mean, it's especially with a glove on. Not that I am afraid to get my hands dirty, but before I forget this one. Ooh, I can even paint. Oh, the whiskey did help. I can even paint all the tea separately now. Great. And I thought, alcohol does not help you focus. Well, let's say the right amount of alcohol does. One shot. I don't want to advertise just go drink a lot. Keep it normal. Enough people have trouble with alcohol. don't need more. I do like drinking alcohol, but in the right amounts. One or two glasses a day, okay. At least here in the Netherlands they tell us 1 glass a day is absolutely no problem. Some people even say it's quite healthy. With the small details again and holding your breath. Oh yeah, I did forget. Other side, I believe. Of a mistake on a few of the ribs, paint next to the ribs instead of on the ribs, but apparently maybe another side effect is now that the alcohol is clouding my vision. Don't touch just painted stuff. But luckily nice and pointy. That I think it's still not bright enough. Put the second layer. Top of the skulls. A little bit of a thinner layer of paint. How is the glow going? Faded a little bit as I thought. The glow is quite nice and thin. That is quite a dominant color. Apply a little bit extra of the yellow, trying to get it even a little bit more into the small corner over here. And get a Nice glowy effect. Oh, I completely zoomed out because of the base. And we have a nice glowing scabbard. Oh, what is it called? Sheath. At least I do know both of the words, and I believe both of them mean a thing where you put in your sword. And I am very pleased with the idea of that few glowing points in there. Gives it just a little bit. Yeah, different color in there. See the handle, I want the handle a little bit more red. Quite dark, thick red paint. Get it a little bit. Oh yeah. We'll need a couple of layers. I can see on screen that it is working. Watch out that I don't touch the. Of course called edge highlighting. You use the side of your brush. And of course there are a lot of stuff that is in the way. Nice and deep, so you can get a nice dark red shadow effect. Let's put some more. Almost say some stitching. I have thought about making them more of a whitish color. But I don't know. It's orange or red color would, because black is also not a color that it's not very visible. I also do not want to use too much red, so maybe be even better to use orange color. Now I just think about it. Now I also see why I have now made the threads black, but all the holes they are going through. Those nice little shadows in there. That's what makes it look a little bit weird. Oops. Because the holes were brown instead of black. Contrast was not completely right. It made the stitches look quite strange, to me at least. And the nice thing is we have also the back side, on the back. I am indeed thinking I have made these black. But as I was just telling, you know what, let's try. Hold my brush, come on. Oh, by the way, the counter says that it's 102 things that I have thrown. Well, that's not completely right, but the fact that I did almost destroy Nagash with dropping some stuff on his head, that counted for 100 things throwing, so that's why I started this stream with 100. Finally thought about installing the throw counter, and yeah, then something in that week happens with being clumsy. And I almost destroy our Supreme Lord of the Undead. Very wrong, but it's also not quite. I'm afraid if I want to make it really the yellow color. The wrong color for it. Does happen because of all the yellows and oranges. The lantern yellow is one of my favorite yellows, just like the marigold yellow is almost the same color, but it is not orange. You know what, a little bit, let's use lotus orange. Also maybe a good color because I have some red some red gems. Maybe a good highlight color for that. Make some of the threads white. So the orange will catch it a little bit better. Oh, it's a little bit better visible. Still will need a couple of layers. Point for me is not only if it is a color that I like on this brown, but also if I see I want to do the stitches also to be quite visible, and the black is not really doing it for me, although yeah, I don't know. I will have to think about it, but I think as far as I can see here, I will give it a couple of layers on those small little thingies just to see how it turns out. I am the head of the scabbard I really like, or let's almost. But not completely. So I make the tip orange. And a little white point, and that's the thing is, this is not a completely round gem. A pointy one, so it's probably not even a real gem. With a white point on it, it looks more like, hey, I scratched off the paint. I'll need a little bit more orange. Wait, I made it white. Also have to work on the gems a little bit. Let's give the handle one more red. Edge highlight, oh my god. Shortly, thank you very much. I'm indeed quite quite happy with it. The bones, they will still, the bones will be a little bit more bleached. A little more whiter, but especially the, let's see if we can get it in a close up. Oops, that's a little bit too close up. Oops. There it is. Yeah, a nice sword if you can put it on the wall. The life-size one. Oh, almost dropped it. But yeah, I will work on it a little bit more tomorrow. During the day at least, and also on stream tomorrow at 8:30 local time. So a half hour later, then yeah. Thank you for watching, for chatting, for the shot, and have a great evening. At least it is evening here. Have a great day, and I'll hope to see you soon. Bye. End.